Mommy told me I should bow anyone who greets me. That's interesting.
Advice.
This is a stranger danger thing, isn't it? Hello, child.
Beat
Would you
them
like?
up.
Hello, child. Would you like some candy? Pokemon battle. Wait, hold on. I don't fight.
Um, what was I gonna say? Oh, so as I watched this group interaction, I will say, I think I understand that they probably didn't want to make it feel too much like black and white, but this group would have. It feels like it could have gone a lot smoother if they had just tried to have it that you had been their friend for a while.
Yeah.
The way they bounce off and everything, it feels very like, because I remember when I played, when I was I did play with the idea of like a Nuzlocke comic actually in mine. Well, when playing, and the character I couldn't help but naturally imagine is somebody who like feels incredibly awkward with people who come up and immediately are trying to be your best friend. It feels awkward and pushed. And it's like, I feel like it would just work a lot more naturally if you were already supposed to have been their friend for a while. Or even if it was just you had moved in and you'd already been there like a couple months or something. Like, it didn't have to be childhood best friends like the vibe is with Bianca and Sharon. It could be just like, oh, you're new friends. You know, I'm so glad they've been nice to you since we got here like a month ago. So you could still have that edge of being a new kid. You're not fully integrated into the group, but like the fact that you are a whole stranger and they treat you the way they do feels weird.
Wintry says, what are y'all's thoughts on Sylveon?
Lyra, what's your thoughts?
12 out of 10, trans icon.
So Eevee and Espeon are honestly tied for my favorites. Umbreon is a very close second, and Sylveon is probably tied with Umbreon as second.
Sylveon is probably number 4 for me, and that's probably a tell for how much I like all of the EVs. Winter says, and Glaceon's your third favorite, right? Andrew says they missed a big opportunity. That's not what I wanted to press. Not having any of the gyms after the fighting one use Mega Evolution. And the Lucario one is only a special battle. Which I can vibe with that feeling. Pokemon battles are hard, just let Pikachu do what it wants. Plus you have Pokemon that can Mega Evolve, so it feels one-sided when you use Mega Evolution. Yeah, it's odd that gives you 2 free Mega Evolving Pokemon, and I think only the last fight against the Big Bad and the Champion fight have Megas, yeah.
Yeah. It is extra funny to me too, because there was definitely a Pokemon of each type that theoretically could have Mega Evolved for each. But it's like, I get why you might not do that right at the beginning. But like, yeah, it was like after the fighting gym where it's a very clearly spelled out mechanic and all that, why would you not have the ones after that Mega Evolve as their base?
Having the mechanic where things are stronger than fully evolved early on leaving that out early on makes sense. But definitely by 6th gym it feels like we should be doing that, although I don't think there are any. I think the only Mega Fairy type might be Gardevoir. No, there's also Mawile.
There we go.
Yeah, and there's obviously an Ice one because Wolfric actually Mega Evolves in the anime. Coming through. I'm gonna go up and heal and then come back down to fight you.
Oh, I remember this place. This is the one where all they sell is hats and hat accessories, I believe.
It is.
We sell hat and hat accessories. I can't do a good Hank Hill voice, but I want to give that vibe of propane and propane accessories.
Oh yeah, heckin' gay. There's a Pokemon in the back of it too. You can stock up on Pokeballs and potions. I think we have enough of both, honestly.
It's fine. We can always take some free stuff. At worst, you sell it. Also, Happy has made themselves invisible by making their name like the perfect black.
And just
so that's happening.
That's fine. And just like there's Mega Moyle with the Steel Fairy. And hit like a truck with huge power. That was like a good Mega, because its regular ability is Intimidate. So it goes out, it gets its use out of its regular ability and then changes it.
So Winter Lily's aiming a gun at us, telling us to answer the question, what do y'all think about Glaceon on y'all's rankings?
Let's see. Go ahead.
I'm trying to think where it is. That's hard, honestly. So, Lyra. Once again, I must be a little blasphemous, I guess. Because overall, I'm very on the original Evolution trio. Like, they're not bad. I don't dislike them. They're fine.
Blasphemy.
Vaporeon is super fluffy, and I like Vaporeon, especially when I had the more pronounced mohawk from the earlier sprites. Jolteon is good spiky dog boy. But, so I think Glaceon, I think it's probably, I gave my first ones how Umbreon and Sylveon are tied, so probably after that is honestly Leafeon. And I've just had a lot of good Leafeons over the years that have endeared me to it. And I actually got one, a friend traded me an Eevee when I was playing through Sinnoh. And because you get to the Nuzlocke really early in the game, I actually had a Leafeon through most of it. So Leafeon I'm really endeared to, and then under that is probably Glaceon, which I actually only recently was able to move up that high, because as much as I love Glaceon, it's super marred by the fact that you just cannot use it through most games. So it's like I get a lot of my love for Pokemon through using them. It's actually part of why I play Nuzlocke, is because they force me to use Pokemon that I can't use very often. But with Glaceon, you just couldn't get it in most games until the very end, until Arceus, where I was actually able to get my hands on a Glaceon pretty early on. And I was able to use it through most of the adventure.
Don't tell Winter Lily that Glaceon is probably only above Jolteon on my list.
Okay, Lyra. I will not tell Winter Lily that Glaceon is probably only above Jolteon on your list. Tails, you live for now. But yeah, I like Glaceon, and I've always wanted to be able to use Glaceon sooner. I just never could. Because again, for the longest time, it was locked behind the Ice Rock, which is only ever found at like the end of a fucking region.
I can't believe my friendship with Winter Lily is over. When's the earliest you can get a, Pokemon Ice Stone in Swish?
That's a great question.
What's the earliest you can get an Ice Stone in Scarlet and Violet? Because I think they like fixed the problem and then like didn't actually fix the problem. I think they made it not as bad, but I think Glaceon is still generally halfway through the game, if not a little more, even in the newer in the Swish and Sky and Violet. What's up?
So in Swish, you could get it early, but only by luck by the Digging Duo. Otherwise, it was the Ice Route or the Lake of Outrage, which is like end game in Swish. Because I believe the Lake of Outrage is where all those evolutions are.
Mm-hmm.
Scarlet and Violet. God, I don't know either of these locations. Hold on. Scarlet and Violet is one of the passages towards the end. And one of the mountains towards the end.
Yeah, so they like, we're like, here's a way you can evolve them earlier, but also we're not going to give you until later anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, so Dupe's Claws, right?
Dupe's Claws, yes.
Get wumped. Do you think we'll get a Bidoof?
I can hope for you to get a Bidoof. It feels only right that you get a Bidoof. Also, I think it's the most common Pokemon on that route.
Jolteon is so okay though. So for the record, like, Jolteon as 9th place when you add Eevee to the mix, I still absolutely adore.
Mm-hmm. This is ranking the stuff we love the most in order. Well, not the most, but like this is stuff we love in an order, not
There's
stuff we love to hate.
Glaceon is 8th? I don't know about that. I was not thinking... I was not adding Eevee to it when I said Glaceon was right above Jolteon.
Mm-hmm.
And also you have to think about it, because in other issues, they're all really close. Like, I was like, easy. Sylveon is 4th, definitely. Then I was like, wait, Vaporeon exists.
Mm-hmm.
And another issue, well, not issue, another thing that'll easier worries when truly is I tend to like Pokemon a lot more when I make them as characters.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my Nuzlocke gets a Glaceon.
So check back with Lyra once that's a thing. Yeah, for me, they warm up to me when I use them. Honestly, that's actually probably why the initial 3 are so low, is I actually never evolved my Eevee in Gen 1, ever. I always just took Eevee as it was to the Elite Four with me. So I only evolved it when completing the Pokedex, in which they just went into the box. So...
And we're doing pretty good at time.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's like that's part of why Eevee is tied in the top with Espeon, probably because I've used those two the most.
Andrew says, I'll be honest. If you were Tails plays through Black and White all over again, I want to see you both use one of the elemental monkeys that you get to counter the first gym through the entire game, because I think it'd be fun. Also, a hydrate and a posture check.
Oh gosh, how'd you know I was shrimping?
No, this is school.
Alrighty.
We don't need school around here.
Let me see. Hydrate. Okay.
Hello, miss. Have you had any short endeavors to Unova for any reason? Oh, you aren't you? You're the kids who got the Pokemon from Augustine Sycamore, right? I think. Also, isn't this the first time they gave the professor a first name in the games?
I think so, yeah.
They gave the name Samuel Oak, but that was specifically an anime thing.
Mm-hmm.
That fletching you got there looks pretty happy. You must be a good trainer. Okay, let's get over to the Pokemon gym. I'm sure my sister will be glad to meet you, but I need to meet Sycamore for a thing. No? Also, I like how they were proud of their 3D stuff, because there's a lot of... They're proud of how this... You could tell they were proud of how this game looks, because there's a lot of places you can sit that'll just, like, look out at scenery.
Yeah, just show it off.
Hello. Hey stranger, isn't cruising down around town on your roller skates the best thing ever? Wait, you can tell me you don't even own your pair of roller skates? Not in like 15 plus years. Now how about this, if you beat me in a Pokemon battle, I'll give you a pair. Could never say no to a contest, not me, so how about, you want to battle? Yes. There's Pokemon on roller skates, speed is important. I never stayed out there to make sure I got a Zigzagoon. Oh yeah, this is like the best region if you just want to like do a run where you like only use like the little Rattata-esque Pokemon.
The little guys.
I think the only one it doesn't have is Rattata and maybe Sentret.
Speed, take off your shoes, I want them. No, see that's the cool thing about these is these are the attachable blades or skates, which I actually exist and I actually really like as a concept. Because you can just slap them onto your shoes most anywhere and then you have skates.
You've fallen for the classic blunder. Lowering the special attacker's physical attack.
I'll never get over that thing in Scarlet and Violet where I'm sitting there with the Sylveon and they're lowering my physical attack and I was like, you do that, buddy. Anyway, Moonblast.
Moonblast. Ember. You're up to the battle before I could reach my top speed. Gay received $2.
Also, it's like, I can't say no to a contest. Yeah, I did love the contest.
Here you go, pair of spiffy roller skates. Listen up, read your instructions. Use the thing. Use the circle pad and you roller skate. Like, literally, if you've been walking around with the circle pad this whole time, you will be using the roller skates from now on. I just felt like taking a seat. I definitely didn't accidentally bump into that.
Of course. Imagine accidentally bumping into stuff in X and Y. Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Completely ridiculous.
So, Lyra.
What's up?
1, did you ever get that catch?
Nope.
Okay. And 2, are we aiming to get to the gym today? So, Lyra. That is indeed not a Pokemon that you have.
Pidgey, meet better burb.
So that would be your catch for this route, Lyra. Alright. What have you run into so far? Was it all Fletchlings?
Yep, it was all Fletchling and now it's Pidgey.
Okay, so I was wrong. Bidoof doesn't have 40%, it's 20%. With the leading, it's tied with Bunnelby and Fletchling as the most easy to find at 20% each. Pidgey, however, is 10%. The other options were Azurill and Burmy at 10%, another Pikachu at 5%, and Dunsparce at 5%.
What you're telling me is there was a 40% chance to catch something immeasurably better,
Mm-hmm.
not including the 5% Pikachu.
Mm-hmm. And it gave you the 10% chance, Pidgey. So, Lyra,
What's up?
off to a strong start, wouldn't you say? You can catch something on Route 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that is very important. Route 4 is very important to go and get a catch from immediately.
This feels like a good name to me.
You know, I can't even say anything. I definitely got mad at Pokemon and named it something like that. I named something not a pony at one point because I was so mad at it not being a Ponyta.
If you don't want that to be the name, suggest something better.
Digit. Digit. Rapunzel. Pidge. Gigi.
Are you
Healy?
naming Nuzlocke Pidgeys? I know at least one of those was a Nuzlocke Pidgey.
I was gonna say one of those was a Nuzlocke Pidgey. The rest are just names I've used for my Pidgeys. I like Digit because then if you evolve it all the way, it's Pidgeot, the Digit, the Pidgeot.
Which
I like
means
Gigi
suggests
because
Fletchling.
that's like Gigi for Pidgey, Pidge for Pidgey. I think that and Rapunzel were all of my names. Those are it. Those are what I named my Pidgeys. I named my Pidgeys Healy for helicopter. Name it Hell.
Can we cheat
name-
the system?
Name it Disappointment. I keep reading Healy as Hell. Can we cheat the system? That's an odd name, Lyra. Can we cheat the system? I don't think it'll fit, but you know, give it a shot if you want. Oh my god. You know what? Do it. Go for it. I support. I approve. What's the matter, Winter Lily? It's the name that you wanted, right?
It's named Helly.
Like you wanted, right? That's exactly what you asked for.
So, the thing would probably be like, you can't name it Hell because that's the word we don't want children to see, right?
Probably. It's leg cracker all fucking over again. I don't know if Hell is comparable to leg cracker. Lyra, we must immediately go to Route 4 to catch a Pokemon.
Well, look at me.
This is incredibly important. This is incredibly important. God, except for... I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say those words. I'm not gonna say those words.
Speaking of Generation 6 having vibes that I didn't have with the Pokemon franchise since Generation 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
Tails, do you recognize this music somewhere other than this? Other than the game?
This does feel very familiar, but I can't place it. Why?
This is the music that plays whenever Clement shows off an invention in the anime.
Beautiful.
So it is the first time since Generation maybe 2, probably 1, where I associate a song with the anime more than the games. It's the first time since the Game Boy era where I go onto a route instead of going, oh, this is the route theme. I'm like, oh hey, it's that song from the anime.
Mm-hmm.